It was the night before work, and all through the house, all my brain was stirring, even a mouse. That was silly, sorry about that. I was just trying to make this kind of Christmassy. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about my first day today and my anxiety with it, and basically the challenges that came with it, with having ADHD and autism as well. So first of all, I definitely went to bed way too late, and that, didn't set me up for success. And that was because I was hyper-fixated on making videos. I had something happen where I lost all my footage, and it was very, very sad. But then I got, I got a little bit, how do I say this child-friendly? I got a little bit hello, or, does anyone know what I mean when I say that? It helped me get some ideas going, so I was getting really excited and I was getting hyper-fixated on it. I should have gone to bed way earlier. But I was feeling anxious, and I did write down how I was feeling in the moment. So I wrote this. I said, I now know because I get information overload and audio processing issues. That's a big reason I hate starting a new job. I'm aware everyone hates starting a new job, but I feel like there's like a few extra things that make it a little bit, I don't know what to expect, and that not knowing makes me feel so insanely overwhelmed, and I put so much pressure on myself to mask perfectly and be a perfect person that any slight thing I do that might be abnormal or not going with the flow makes me so panicky. So that's what I wrote. And after writing that, I went to bed. I listened to the same sleep story 3 times because honestly, I didn't hear what they were saying any of the times because I kept being so stuck in my thoughts.
You have arrived at a beautiful and peaceful camping site.
I woke up feeling not that great on the big day, which by big day, big day is what people say when it's their wedding, right? Like, I don't mean an actual big day, but I don't know. Maybe how I'm feeling about a first day work is like how people feel when they get married. That level of nerves, like maybe that's like a normal person. That was a silly one, I apologize for that. But yeah, anyway, my anxiety definitely started creeping in more in the morning because, I did have to actually think about work now and not think about making videos. And I did contemplate not going just because I was like, is it worth pushing past? Like, I'm just feeling awful. But then Kim reminded me, she was just like, what do you have to do now? Like, just in this moment, like, focus on the thing that you want to do now. So because of that did inspire me to go make a get ready to do list. I did actually have maybe like 3 hours ish to get ready, which, does sound like a lot of time, and it is a lot of time, but when you're feeling that way, it just goes so fast. Yeah, I felt really gross, if I'm honest. I think that was a big thing as well. I was like almost procrastinating getting ready because I just felt gross. But I did brush my teeth. I, cleaned my face, brushed my hair, took it all off the list. And I actually enjoyed that part. But when it got to like the styling of my hair and straightening it and things, I don't know. I just hated how it looked. And I'm definitely struggling more than usual at the moment with how I look. Hair was 1, but then 2, putting on makeup. When you wear makeup and you're almost like, this is worse. Like, this is worse than not wearing. I feel like I look uglier with makeup on because it's almost like, why did I try? I don't know. It was just, putting makeup on is meant to make you feel good, and when it does the opposite, it really does the opposite. I know it's a mental thing. I know it's nothing to do with actually how I look. It's, there's no different to me normally wearing makeup. It's just mentally I'm feeling crap. Anyway, so I did my makeup and my hair, and that took a lot longer than I thought it would, I guess because I didn't count it. I didn't know I was going to struggle so much with the results of doing my hair and makeup and how it was going to make me feel. And then also I had to get rid of a bunch of cat hair on my pants. I literally just bought these pair of pants for work, for this job. I haven't worn them before. I put them in the wash because I got them from a thrift shop, and they've been nowhere but the washing machine and on the washing line, and they were just covered in cat hair. I don't get it, but so yeah, I tried to go through that and like go as thoroughly as I could because I knew I was like running out of time. And then I trimmed my armpit hair, which is kind of weird. I that is a weird thing to say. But I was nervous that I was gonna have to get changed in front of people, and my armpits are so hairy and I can't shave them because if I shave them I get really bad pain. I'm not, maybe another day, another dollar, but yeah, I kind of have to wait until I can wax them or something. So basically I needed to trim them, and I was getting all weird about it. I am very nervous, and I have, I don't want to be looked at right now. I'm very nervous, and I have 10 minutes to get ready because I spent the last 10 minutes doing something really random that I don't want to say what it was. Maybe I'll wear this. No, I don't know. I'll wear this. They give me another top once I get there, but I need something to wear whilst I'm there. And this is comfy. A long sleeve makes me feel more comfortable. Yay! I feel so weird because I'm wearing a belt and really like professional pants. Oh, I really need to leave. And anyway, I'm so grateful that I wrote a list because 3 hours seems like a long time, but it went like that, and before I knew it, I needed to leave. I think I left like just on time, and when I was leaving, and I guess the panic of leaving just on time and thinking I have all the time in the world, the nerves of it all just really kicked in. So instead of trying to like catastrophize it, I checked in with myself, and I like asked myself, how do I feel in this moment? Which was, number one, I feel overheated. Being too hot is one of my biggest sensory icks, and I live in Australia, so you know. Second was ugly, which is sad. It's annoying. It's an annoying thing, and it sounds like an attention thing, like, oh, I feel ugly, like someone tell me I'm not. Like, no, truly it's yeah, anyway. Anxious, surprise, surprise. Also, I got on the bus and it was completely full of people. I had to sit next to someone, which, you know, just, it's fine, but just like, I don't know, just like, I needed some space and I didn't get any. And then I was thirsty, not for anyone or anything other than H2O. And I felt proud of myself. I felt proud of myself because I thought it was really cool of myself to check in with myself. I was feeling that, like, you know what, no matter what happens from here, I did it. Like, I did my best. I was being present. I did get ready. I did all the things I didn't want to do. I didn't want to make makeup. I didn't want to do my hair. I didn't want to leave the house, but I did all the things. So honestly, even if I just get to the door and turn around, it's good. I'm proud of myself. And whilst I was feeling proud of myself, I for sure was feeling really anxious. And when I feel really anxious, especially when I'm feeling overstimulated in public, I tend to hum. I don't even realize I'm doing it. I'm like that. Have you seen that Christmas movie about a boy? He just starts singing in class. Like, honestly, that's kind of me. And I started singing Kiss Me by Sixpence. And then I thought, you know what might be cool? It might not be cool. I might not do this, but it might be cool to make a cover of this song. I was like, let me just see what's the first instrumental that comes up on my For You page and make a cover. So if you're hearing this now, it's because I did do that. And I've used it over some B-roll shots of the city before I started my shift. So here it is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully it turned out good. Hopefully I actually did do that because, you know, who knows, but hopefully I did that and it was good. So it was like 10 minutes before work, and that was like, I was already peaking with the anxiety. 10 minutes before I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, if I want to, let me turn this bus around and get out. But what I told myself is I needed control. So I was like, if I need to leave at any moment whilst I'm at work, I'll do it. Let me just go in. Let me just meet the person I meant to meet. If I meet her and then I'm like, you know what, this is not for me, I'll be like, I'm so sorry, I actually can't do this, goodbye, you know? So I was giving myself a feeling of control. And then I basically went in. And I did it. I got through my first day. I got through my first training shift. And I'm feeling good. I do feel good. I feel, like I said, I'm feeling proud. But I'm not gonna lie, I still feel anxious. I still feel anxious for sure for tomorrow. But the main thing is that I did my best. I did my best. Even if all I did was brush my teeth and decide it's too much, so be it. But I didn't do that. I did more than that. But regardless, the whole thing, as I'm saying, is that, hey, I'm just trying to do one action at a time and focus on the actions rather than the outcome. That's what matters most. I also did a check-in with myself here, and I asked how I was feeling right after work, which was physically, number one, I have a headache. Number two, my feet hurt a bit, and I'm hungry. And mentally, I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. I feel really proud. I feel really, really proud. I got through the day and I wasn't too bad at socializing. Taking in the information as much as I could, and I asked questions, which I wouldn't usually do because I'd be scared that they were silly, but I did it. I definitely feel overwhelmed, especially for the front desk part of this job. There seems to be lots of parts to remember and also lots of communication, and that's not only with like the customers, but I'd have to do a lot of communication with my other staff members because I would need to ask for help with a lot of things, which I'm very nervous to do. I'm nervous with my questions that they don't make sense when I feel flustered, and I'll find that challenging on top of all the noises going on and the screaming kids and everything. So I'm nervous for that. But there are 2 other departments that I can work in that we didn't go through on the training today that we are going to go over tomorrow. I'm going to see how that goes, and if I find them less overwhelming, I'm going to give it a go at the front desk thing. But if I do find it too much, I might tell my manager. I might. Anyway, I'll get into that in a bit. But yeah. But not on a work level, like talking on a social level, which is another thing that I just, get anxious with. I do feel like I was pretty good at talking to people. I definitely did have some interesting conversations, and I was really still trying to be myself and not perform too much, like not mask too intensely. But because of me taking off that mask and talking about things that I am interested in and like, the real me, my problem is knowing when to stop and listen. And I am listening, but then I think too much about wanting to relate it back to myself so that we have something in common, because I feel like that will make the conversation better and form a friendship. But then I steamroll or dominate and steamroll or whatever the saying is. But yeah, that's an issue. But hopefully the quicker I pick up on it on real time, like in the moment, because I recognized it after the conversations, but in the moment I struggled with it a bit. But I'm hoping the more I pick up on that in real time, the better I will be at that. So that's exciting. I also feel like people can tell I'm neurodivergent, and that gives me a feeling of uncomfortability, but also a sense of comfort as well at the same time, which I don't know if I can really explain that properly. I don't know if they can actually tell I'm neurodivergent or if that's just in my head. But I don't know. There's a part of me that really wants to tell everyone so that they understand me better, so that if I do something rude or I am too much or my energy fluctuates throughout the day, that they understand why. But also I'm worried that because I'm self-diagnosed, and this is the same reason that I'm scared to tell my manager, I just don't know. It stops me for some reason because I feel like it makes it therefore not valid, and people are like, well, you don't have a formal diagnosis, so you're not. And it's a thing that I struggle with internally as well, like self-diagnosing, and I want to talk about that more in another stage. Yeah, and and also at the same time, it would be kind of just random to blurt out. Also, by the way, like I have ADHD and autism. Like I don't know when would be the right time to share that, but I have tomorrow again for my second day of training. As we go through the different sections, there is a chance I might tell my manager if I do find it too overwhelming, but I can't decide. And taking my own advice, stay in the moment, that's jumping ahead. I don't need to decide that right now. If it feels right in the moment, I will. I'll figure that out when I need to. And I just also need to give myself permission to do what's best for me and let that change, ebbs and flows. I hope you enjoyed this Plogmas episode and going through this journey of my first day with me. I have no idea how this video is going to turn out. We'll just see. But anyway, back to first days. Let me wrap it up with the question: How do you deal with first days? And do you have a first day coming up? Are you nervous? Like, what are you doing to manage it? Or I don't know. I don't know how to ask a question. What's your favorite color? Which I just asked Kim that, and she just told me for the 10th billionth time that she doesn't have a favorite color. She likes hues. So what's your favorite hue at the moment, if you have one? I'm gonna shut up now because I honestly never know how to end these videos. So I'm just gonna say bye now, or else this will never end. Okay, bye now. Bye.